Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 233 of the Red Force podcast. My name is Eric Tolado. Join me today, Christian Tolado.
I'm here. Technical issues, but we have made it. We have not ended up in Guantanamo Bay this week. Alright, turns out we had a problem, Eric.
It seems to happen at 6 o'clock.
It rejects certain devices, gives you like this weird pseudo connection. It's bullshit. And it's been pissing me off for months at this point.
Now, what happened was, right, some old man electrician came to the house. This man must have been 103.
This man's been retired for like 30 years.
Fiddling around with the electronics.
Yeah.
Power goes out, modem dies.
Cooks the modem.
So we have to get a backup modem, Christian, and then the problems start.
Yeah.
But we're here now, and
That's
we're
right.
live, so
That's right.
we'll keep going.
Now, if the camera desyncs, the problem's the internet.
Okay.
Alright, but let's hope it doesn't do that.
Okay. Now, being on Brago's channel, shout out to Brago.
Shout out Brago.
Talking
for
shit
having
about
us
this
on.
chapter.
BDA law.
We'll talk shit about this chapter again.
But there is endless amounts of shit we can talk.
Right.
You people know that. But Eric, the One Piece anime, you get one good scene,
Frankie.
and that's Frankie Hype.
Frankie dominating.
Tama stuff, okay. But Frankie versus Sasaki, starting off well, starting off hype. Hasn't actually started yet, but you get those little Eric. Now, the Yamato Haki beam is almost here. Now, will they draw correctly? Or will they not draw correctly? And do some weird pseudo
I thought they already did it. Hasn't it already happened?
No, because Frankie gets pinned down by the armor unit, and then Yamato appears, knocks out the armored unit, and then Frankie can continue the fight.
No.
Is that not what happens?
No. We've already had the rating arrow, or whatever the fuck it's
Have
called.
we already had it?
Yes.
When?
When the run numbers were running around, and then Frankie engages with Sasaki. Now Tama's turned up Christian with the Dongo.
But, so did they draw right?
Yes.
Haki? Was it black and red?
It was a Haki charger. I believe it was purple, if I remember correctly.
Haki. Purple is a Haki color. Right?
Any color's a Haki color.
Apparently.
So,
Apparently.
or not, just energy, which
Alright.
isn't a thing. But
So, there's that. Apparently One Piece event happening on the 8th
right
of June.
now, for the people out there that want to see Rooftop, there will be like 3 episodes of Film Red Prelude. Apparently,
Yeah, it's gonna be some sort of hiatus from Red Hype. I'm gonna be there. Any mention of Shanks, you know I'm there. Now, what do you
Okay.
expect to see at this June 8th event? A real Film Red trailer. Because it says it's about Film Red.
yes,
Are we gonna get actual Shanks?
more merch.
More merch? That's a given. Are we gonna get actual Shanks in this trailer?
Yes,
Are we gonna get an announcement of worldwide release?
crazy call.
What?
Shanks will you do an attack in the trailer.
I've seen the poster image, right? And it looks like he's reaching in to grab his sword. And we all know what that pose is for, Eric.
Hype,
What is it for?
stopping wars.
Divine Departure. If I see a Divine Departure
Well,
come
Shanks'
out,
draw's weird because he's only got one hand, and that's on
Well-
his dominant hand.
well,
So he has to draw it in reverse.
no, he's got his right hand.
Which sword? I should know this.
His left arm's gone, Eric.
He's
got
armless
his
side,
right.
so he can draw correctly.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I've seen it on the other side though.
Weird mirroring and fucking anime getting around YouTube shit, you
Okay.
know. But draws, Divine Departure. If Shanks uses a Divine Departure in this movie, it's over. I don't want to hear about.
Being over, but
I don't
whatever.
want to hear about Akainu. I don't want to hear about Mihawk. I want to hear about no one.
Okay.
Alright? So there's that. June 8th. Eric. But not all the hype happens on June 8th. June 1st, the release of my new comic is coming out. Scarlet Vixen will be available on the 1st of June, right? For the Webtoon Action Contest. Now, Eric, if you want to see real action, you want to see real choreography,
If you want to see some action,
if you want to see some action, as
Right.
the Bleach fans would say, you read it, you subscribe to it, you share it around, because your boy needs to win this competition.
We're gonna try for you.
All right, I've got my boys, King of Lightning, Mr. Morge, King Recon, ready to drop some advertisements.
Right.
All right, I've done the work. I've got the goods. We just gotta win this thing.
Okay.
All right. Because if you want some rawness, you want some action, you go read that. 1st of June, it's gonna be out. Please be excited, as Nintendo would say.
Please be excited.
Please be excited. So, there you go. There's that news. Let's hope I win. Because if I do win, then it's over. Then I don't want to hear...
Big W's.
Eric, if I win this competition, I don't want to hear nothing from no one
Right.
about storytelling.
Well, we're gonna try for you, Chris. We're gonna try our best. We'll see what happens.
Alright, so there you go. You know, I'm going to assume the next Reverie is soon. I'm going to assume that. I don't know that. There's been no rumblings in the Cabal chat
Right.
about it, but I can feel it coming, Eric.
Big stuff's about to happen.
Big stuff's
Anyway.
about to happen. So, perhaps Reverie in the next 2 months. I'll
Okay.
say.
Shall we get into the chapter?
Let's get into the chapter. 150. It is called Honor. For some reason. I don't know why it's called that, but, you know.
What do you mean? You know what? No greater honor.
But Eric, in the chapter where 2 emperors are seemingly dead, surely the chapter title would be 2 emperors dead.
Right. Would reflect that.
Which maybe
We'll get into it.
But, so, first thing we see, the Germa kids breaking out the other ones. Who would have thought? It's not Blackbeard.
Typical.
Some
the
people
correct
saying
answer
it's
is boring, but what are you gonna do?
Some people saying it's a little bait and switch, and it is Blackbeard.
Do you mean some people doing Braga?
I mean, there's more people than Braga out there that think this.
Okay.
Right? Is it Blackbeard? It's probably not Blackbeard. Right? It's probably just German kids.
Mm-hmm.
But that what happened to Cracker, Eric?
We'll find out.
Did he get frauded?
Well, if you got caught off guard with no biscuit armor on, you get frauded. That's just how it is.
Yeah. And yeah. So we've talked about this chapter at length already with Braga.
Yes.
So I guess we'll just go through it and we'll just.
I'd
shit
like
out
to
things we
explore a
think.
few things that we get an opportunity to, Christian.
Okay.
Which I might bring up with you. We'll talk about it.
All right, that's fair enough. But of course, it's a big week in the One Piece community. Controversial
I don't
week.
think anyone buys it.
No one actually buys it.
Right.
If you do buy it, you're buying it in like an ironic meme sense. No one's buying it wholesale. No one's
Sure.
buying the 2 Emperors of Dead wholesale. Right? But first thing we see, Kaido is getting slammed down into the dirt. Alright?
Yes.
All the way down into some sort of magma chamber. Where Big Mom is also.
Reminiscent of Film Z, Christian.
Now, if you haven't seen Film Z, there is a concept in Film Z where the entire New World has a volcanic chamber under it.
Yes.
And if all 3 massive volcanoes erupt, the whole New World will be covered
In
in
lava,
lava
etc.
and be destroyed.
Now, the hack frauds
So-
out there like La Madrids haven't seen those movies,
Okay,
so they didn't
shout
know
out.
the concept.
Shout out to the hack frauds out there.
Yes.
All right. Now, of course, if you know your conspiracy history, of course, there have been many conspiracies about using a nuclear weapon to blow up a Yellowstone in the US.
Right.
This has been a strategically.
But would that agitate the volcano?
The theories in the 60s
Right.
were yes, and the US government was freaking the fuck out about it.
Okay.
So if you know your history, Eric,
Because Yellowstone eruption would be a big problem.
would destroy half the planet.
Right.
You don't want that to happen.
It's a big boy.
So, nuclear weapons being able to cause volcanic eruptions, a theory, never really been tested.
Probably wouldn't want to test it.
I guess theoretically it could work, but again, if you're into your conspiracies and theories, you know about this, alright? So Kaido goes down, and little cracks and eruptions are starting to happen. Then we get Yamato, the next Straw Hat, catching Monkey Deezers.
That smile, Christian.
That smile.
You guys are really something.
How can people forget and argue that Yamato does not want to go out to sea? Her whole character is she wants to go out to sea, but Kaido doesn't let
Forget
her.
all that.
Alright?
She made a promise to Ace that
Ace,
she would
that's
join
it.
Luffy on his adventure.
That's it. That's all.
That
all
is
you need to know.
unbreakable.
That is all you need to know.
And Ace is
If
dead
you
now.
make a promise to Ace, it is happening. It's very simple, Eric.
Could you imagine what do you think she ranks in the popularity poll now? Because she's animated. Last time was 11. What is it now?
Until I gone crazy on that titty jiggle, Eric.
Does it surpass Sanji?
Sanji, where does Sanji rank? Like fifth?
Like third or fourth?
Nah, I don't think she goes. She gets the top 10.
Okay.
There's no doubt. Does she surpass?
She's 11 animated, not animated.
But Eric, does she surpass Robin? Because Robin was like 8th. Nami was like 4th.
What does she surpass Nami?
I swear to God, she better surpass Carrot. Get Carrot off the list.
Carrot's not going to be involved. She
Get
too many
Carrot off the
frauds.
list,
She got
alright?
frauded hard. Furry replaces Furry though,
Yeah.
so Furry shouldn't be too mad.
You get kind of a pseudo fairy with a fox creature.
Correct.
Alright, so then we got three zones on the crew. You got Monkey Deezes.
2 mythical zones.
2 mythical zones. You got Luffy, Monkey Deezes, the Nika model, whatever. Alright. The Sun God.
Nika, yeah.
Yeah. Then we got Yamato,
Right.
the mythical fox. And then we got Chopper, the human fruit. 2 human fruit users,
Yes.
which is
Okay.
a little suspect on Oda, but
Sure.
you know how it is.
Just get Sengoku to join the crew.
Then we got all
Maybe
3.
3.
So Yamato is going to be a powerful addition to this crew arc. We're getting another Commander, maybe Commander Plus level character join this
Commander
crew.
Plus level. Yes.
Come on, Eric says Commander Plus. Was Yamato the strongest member of Kaido's crew?
Yes.
She beating King?
Yes.
Eric, she tangoed with Kaido for 10 minutes.
Why are you asking me these stupid questions?
Eric, I'm just using you as a way to talk to the audience.
Listen,
Alright, because this is a
I was about to bring it up.
This is a podcast.
I was about to bring this up,
Yeah.
Christian. People forget the fight. Everyone downplayed it.
She got hit with the
Everyone
Kaido
downplayed-
demon mode.
And she was fine.
And she's still fine.
Thunder Bagua tank.
Tanked the nukes as well with the ice wall.
Crazy defense. Conqueror's coding, Christian. Conqueror's coding.
Survived
And the
the
speed.
Kaido demon
Right.
rampage attack. On the floor getting pummeled.
She has the
Survived
Bagua.
it.
She has the Bagua.
Just the Bagua.
Bagua the crew. What do you think about that? It is one of the greatest moves Oda's ever come
Thunder
up
Bagua.
with. The Thunder Bagua, legendary.
Any moment and any time, she could come with the Thunder Bagua.
The Thunder Bagua.
How does the world government handle this all-time
Goated crew.
powerhouse goaded crew?
This rivals the Rocks crew, Christian.
This destroys the rocks.
I don't know about the stories. We had Whitey, we had Big Mom, we had Kaido in that crew.
Eric. Kaido, a young
Shiki apparently
a youngling.
something. I don't know.
Shiki,
What about Silver Axe?
get these bums out of here.
Okay.
Alright? But
Captain
Luffy.
John.
Luffy,
Yeah.
the strongest character in the verse at the end of the series. Zoro, world's greatest swordsman. Sanji,
Cool.
Cook. Gonna find the old blue? Okay. Alright. Then we got
Yamato.
Jinbei. We can't forget Jinbei, Eric.
No, we can't.
Jinbei.
First son of the sea.
First on the sea. Tangled with Alkainu. Alright? Tangled with Big Mom. Alright? And then we got Yamato. Alright? The woman. That
Daughter to Kaido.
daughter to Kaido
Has a
one,
Bagua.
has the Bagua too.
Has Mythical Zone.
Mythical's on 3. Let's not forget Tango with Kaido, and it's fine.
Will be the world's strongest clubman. Perhaps. I don't know. She won't surpass Kaido. But, or maybe she will. I don't know. Anyway.
How
thing
does
is-
Sanji compete?
He's got Germa
How
things,
does
okay?
Sanji compete? That's my
Listen to me. You know who we're not talking about?
Who?
Frankie. The
Look,
man, science has infinite potential as we see with Sanji.
Eric, we know the Shogun's destroyed. Right.
Shogun 2.
Shogun V2, I'm going to call it right now, commander level. Right? You're not
Correct.
ready. You're not ready
Okay.
for this crew. This end of series crew, goaded, unbeatable. But let's move on because talking about the next straw hat, Yamato. Alright, and if you don't want it, your heart is cold, and you don't understand what hype is. Alright, next, moving on. The Fire Festival is wrapping up, Eric. And Nekomamushi has a outlandish statement. He thinks that Luffy has won this fight via punching Kaido into the ground.
Right.
Nekomamushi calling a big W here.
Doesn't know he's in lava.
Doesn't know he's in lava, doesn't know the rest.
But he saw the Bagua gun and he's like,
he saw
wow,
the Barang gun.
that should do it.
And I will mention this, Eric.
What?
He was on the rooftop, which implies he went up there to go finish Kaido off. Nekomamushi ready.
What did the officials say when Yamato was running rooftop Onigashima? Skull Dome?
For Yamato.
Yeah.
She's
Because in the scans it said rooftop Onigashima and she's running and then she
Yeah, I think it
catches
did say
Luffy and then she's
Skull
on the
Dome.
floor.
It's hard. So she jumps down.
So was she also on the rooftop going back up to fight Kaido?
Well, she was with Momonosuke in that area.
Sure.
Yeah.
She jumped off Momo and ran.
Yeah, it's weird. There's a lot of weird like position shifting in this chapter.
Yeah.
But she's on the rooftop. She comes down, tells the goons off. Eric, these goons, saying they have the superior numbers,
and
and then Yamato saying, "Shut the fuck up. Numbers don't matter." We've been saying this for months, years. At this point, obvious that the numbers never
at
mattered.
least they're still willing to fight. It's something.
Okay. But the numbers never mattered. And we knew this. Alright? The fodder, who gives a fuck?
Yes.
Alright? Yamato says, you want to fight someone, you fight me. I got plenty of fuel left. I am basically 80% fresh.
I fought Kaido. I'm good.
I fought Kaido and I'm in better shape than Zoro.
Wild.
Absolutely insane. Right?
Now, Christian, the young master Yamato was going to be the Shogun, not king.
That's right. Well, blood relation, whatever. You can make all kinds of excuses there, alright? But Yamato, extremely powerful character, alright? We cut over to Yasue, and the Fire Festival is wrapping up. Little flashback, Toko talks about Yasue, and then Tengu, and then a little flashback about how he ate the smile to make Toko not feel alone and smile with her, all that kind of stuff. We get it, alright? We get it, alright.
Rip Yasue.
Yeah, they send the balloon up.
The only man to die in Onigashima.
In Wano.
In Wano.
They send the balloon up. Thank you, Daddy. Alright? And that's what the word is. Alright? And apparently it's the greatest honor to thank the dead, whatever. Alright, so there's that. Who gives a fuck, alright? And then we get everyone
In a celebratory panel of the lanterns rising into the sky, Christian. Somewhat marking victory.
Sure.
Conflicting statements in this chapter.
We'll get to it with Momonosuke.
Okay.
But first, Eric, Frankie runs in with Zoro on his back. He's
Chopper,
still
heal
down.
this man.
This man's down.
This man's dead.
This man's on the brink of death.
Where's Sanji at?
Sanji running around with the women,
Okay.
you know. But
That mouse better be still on his shoulder. I want that permanently on his shoulder.
I don't.
To remind the people.
I don't want to be reminded of the Queen fight. I don't. I don't want to
I
be
want a little
reminded of
flashback of that mouse always being in Sanji's pocket from the German days.
that.
That's what I
No,
want.
Eric, we know that Sanji is a kind man.
Yes.
Right? But I don't want daily reminders, weekly reminders. I don't want it. Don't give it to me.
Of the Queen fight.
Yeah. Alright? Don't want that to be happening. I don't want a constant reminder of the Queen fight.
Okay.
Please. But anyway, we move on to Momonosuke, Eric. Telling us the most important part of this chapter. And the most suspect part of this chapter. What is that, Eric?
I don't want to open the borders yet.
Why?
If you want to talk meta,
Okay.
is Oda not done with the plot yet?
Oda's not done with the plot. Now, people are going to bring up that Wano's in shambles. How can they open the borders?
Right.
But, Eric, it is not a political thing. The opening of Wano directly relates to Joy Boy the Prophecy.
And apparently, Zunisha will open it.
And, yeah.
That's a command. Zunisha
So,
don't open it.
Momonosuke has to give the command to Zunisha to open the borders. So, there's a physical element to this.
Right.
But it is not a political thing.
Is Zo the road into Wanagoshima when it's planted in the correct position?
Yeah, some
Anyway.
physical way. But
Also, I want to remind people of the in-canon reason why Momonosuke doesn't open the borders.
why is that?
He's scared of the foreigners. Will we actually get some dialogue on closed and open borders finally?
But Eric, we know the borders is not political. It is literally Joy Boy prophecy.
Yeah, I know. But the reason why Momonosuke doesn't want to do it is because he's scared of the foreigners.
I disagree.
He said as much.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
He says,
What? What did he say?
he said, I'm scared. Father was brave about opening the borders. I'm not too sure. Look at all these dangerous threats that can take Wano.
But Eric,
He did say it.
he saw Monkey D destroy Kaido with the biggest attack on the planet.
I know, but you gotta listen, Christian. That is the narrative thread that Momonosuke is unsure about opening the borders because of the foreign threat.
But Eric,
Which is,
Joy Boy must arrive.
I am aware. I'm
He's
just
the
telling
will
I'm
of
just
his
telling you
father.
why
The will of
Momonosuke is doing
The
it.
will of his father. I'm saying that's not the reason why. I'm saying the reason is some prophecy nonsense that we're not aware of because Momonosuke read the journal. He said himself, I cannot die, because he has to give the command to Zunisha to open the borders. Right? He says, not yet. No, I'm not doing it. Not yet. Why not yet? When? In a month's time? In a year's time? Tomorrow? In a few hours?
He's not ready.
What is the holdup?
And your conclusion is more plot.
Prophecy, plot, nonsense
Okay.
that we don't know.
What do you
But
what
we
do you,
will
what do you
get.
suggest?
Eric,
Are we talking about reading dialogue and an exposition?
let's
and
go back. Let's review the tape of this
Okay.
prophecy.
Let's see the tape.
What does the prophecy say?
The borders must be open for
The
Joy Boy's
borders
arrival.
must be open to be prepared for the return of Joy Boy. And if Luffy is Joy Boy, which is basically pretty much confirmed at this point,
Right.
Joy Boy's already here.
Now, I will remind you that many people have brought this up over many episodes.
I know.
That Odin wanted to prepare for the arrival of Joy Boy. The prophecy doesn't necessarily state
But Eric,
that the borders are open or required.
Odin got that prophecy from Raftel.
I know, but the two are not necessarily the same. They can be conflated.
What about the Sea Kings? What about the Sea
The two
Kings,
sovereigns.
man? The two sovereigns. 20 years. New pirates will enter this era.
What are you trying to get at?
Trying to get at that. We're missing a piece of this Joy Boy plot, and it's going to continue right now, and this arc isn't over until the dawn happens and the borders
Correct.
come
The dawn
down.
the dawn must happen.
Right? And how can we have the dawn
Well,
when there's volcanic ash raining down from
let
the
me
sky?
let me just say this:
What?
for the Kaido victory to be complete, the dawn must rise.
Yeah.
The borders could happen when the Straw Hats leave or whatever. But yeah. Anyway, volcanoes.
A massive volcano erupts. Ominous sign. Alright? Volcanoes erupting, bad thing. Bad things happen
So
with
massive
volcano-
lightning.
Craziness.
Yeah.
Bad things happen when volcanoes erupt, Eric. I'm just telling you the very basic symbolism of volcanic ash raining from the sky. How are we going to have a triumphant,
Alright.
happy moment when lava is pouring down on houses and killing people? And we got molten rock fall from the sky. We have to, like,
Now, let me say this. Right? Is this a mechanism to launch Big Mom and Kaido in different locations?
yes. But
Are you suggesting that Kaido's getting back up? Is that what you're suggesting?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying there's more plot. Whatever the fuck that means.
Right.
Is it some...
But is a Kaido specific plot over?
I'm going to leave it open for now.
Okay.
One reason I don't see those curtains falling on Act 3. As we know, Act 3 is the climax.
Then we need the epilogue.
Then we need the epilogue. And we need maybe an Act 4, which is the epilogue. But people say, oh, this 3-act structure, all this kind of stuff. But there's always kind of a wrap-up, which really isn't Act 3. You know what I mean? It's always like Act 3 and then the little 10 minutes after Act 3 when everything wraps up. Right? And in Shakespeare, there were 4-act plays where that 4th act is literally wrap-up. I'm not saying the Raid's going to fail. I'm not saying Kaido's getting back up.
Christian, I want my $1,000.
You'll get your $1,000 from Mr. Bosch.
Okay.
But I'm not saying those things. I'm saying the plot is still going. There's still things to solve.
Sure.
So, that's what I have to say about the volcano at Momonosuke. Well, Momonosuke flies over to the capital while the narrator announces the victory of Monkey D. Luffy. Beat Kaido. There you go. There it is. Right? Now, Momonosuke flies over to the capital with the samurai and Hiyori.
Yes.
They land. Denjiro announces that they're back and he's going to announce the new Shogun of Wano. Momonosuke is hanging in the sky. It's implied it's going to be Momonosuke. Chapter ends. And Kuromasaki's back, whatever. Who cares? Alright, but chapter ends. Now, people saying, will Momonosuke actually be Shogun? Will it be Hiyori? Will it be Denjiro? Will it be Kinemon?
Hope it's not Kinemon.
It has to be Kazuki.
Law hasn't put Kinemon back together, Christian. Otherwise, it's not a real attachment.
Do you think this is a VV situation? Because if you would have asked anyone during Alabasta if VV was going to draw the crew,
100%.
100% yes. And basically until the end, when she gets on the megaphone, that's when people thought she gets on the megaphone, she's coming to join the crew. She says, no, I can't join the crew. My duty is to my people. My duty is to my land. Will Momonosuke do the same thing? Rebuild Wano.
The only thing that's throwing me off is when he makes the conclusion with Yamato that he also wants to find out what his father was talking about and what the missing page means.
There's that, but
So there's conflicting ideas. We'll see. I can easily see Denjiro hold the reins until Momo comes back.
it has to be Kazuki bloodline era. You know, it's very Japanese arc, very Kazuki clan focused. We have to restore the Kazuki clan. Momonosuke is the head of the Kazuki clan.
Right.
Hiyori's a Kazuki, but I don't know if Oda's
This
going
is
to
a-
take it that way.
But is Momo's transformation into a man complete? Is that arc complete? Or does he need to adventure with the Straw
His
Hats?
arc's not complete. Momonosuke's arc is not complete.
Right, so then he needs to adventure with the Straw
We
Hats.
talked about that last week. The arc is not complete.
Right,
so-
but Momo's arc isn't complete as a character.
Yeah. So he needs one great heroic action and to show wisdom, which is maybe the borders thing.
Right.
But the plot's not over for him. So we'll get some good stuff next week. I mean, if the curtains don't close next week, and
And no Dawn?
no dawn, and we're still just talking and doing nonsense, massive sus.
What about Kaido? Will we see Kaido's and Big Mom's smoldering bodies?
We might, but it could be a Thriller Bark situation.
Okay.
Blackbeard, some crazy nonsense happening. Shanks, perhaps. Now, we have to kick off the next arc in some way. There has to be some event to kick off the next arc.
Yeah, and that's already been brewing.
That's brought the cleansing, the end of war, whatever.
Alabasta, etc.
So there's plots around that. But if we don't get the closing of Act 3 next week, I'm massively suspicious.
Okay.
Massively suspicious. So,
I wouldn't mind close the curtains when the Straw Hats leave, though. I can see that happening.
I mean, yeah.
because we entered Wano, and then the curtains opened, and then we leave Wano, and the curtains
Gonna
close.
close, yeah. But
I'm just waiting for that dawn, because that dawn's required.
we need the dawn.
Right.
Luffy will bring the dawn. And the sky's covered in ash. Something tells me something's going to happen. That's all I'm saying, Eric. So,
Right, so how do you feel about this chapter?
it's such a difficult chapter to talk about because, or to rate anyway, because it's so choppy and there's this it's an intermission chapter where we're moving to the conclusion, but there's still Oda still puts questions in our mind with the Momonosuke stuff. Like, why would he do that? He was trying to end the arc. You know? Why is he trying to do that when he's trying to end the arc? It's very confusing to me. Also, there's this lava chasm coming out of nowhere. Very weird. Odd choice. It's not a bad chapter. It's just a confusing one. Because everything happens so quickly. I think it's a 6 out of 10. I'm not really...
Yeah, it's
a bit messy. It's a messy chapter.
But next week, hopefully, I'm sure we'll see Momonosuke. Unless Oda wants to meme us for 4 weeks.
Yeah.
We'll see Momonosuke, right?
Oh, yeah.
Next week.
Dead. Does it happen next week? I mean, what else, dude? What else is left?
Luffy's all bandaged up already.
Luffy's wrapped up. Which means he's probably not going to be finding anymore.
Okay.
Unless he gets one of those Zoro drugs.
They only brought one. They only brought one.
We'll see what happens there. So there you go. There's the chapter. There's the ratings. Predictions?
Hard to say. I think we'll get Momonosuke
Does
stuff.
Jiro about to announce the new Shogun? Kaido appears. I don't think so. And then we get Yamato, Momonosuke finishing off Kaido.
Maybe. I don't know.
That's an idea.
Yeah. I mean, that'd be fitting, but we'll see.
You know, the father that didn't let her escape, finish her character. Momonosuke gets something.
They both do the Paradise Tatsuka at the same time. Crazy.
Yamato, Momonosuke, Paradise Tatsuka. But then we get the fucking Momonosuke fucking power scaling nonsense, you know.
Sure.
So, yeah, a lot to think about. But there's the chapter. And we're going to move into how strong is Shanks. How strong is Shanks, Eric? Every week, we come to you with the question of, how strong is Shanks? And every week we answer, Shanks is the strongest. Shanks is the God King. But there are people out there. And I think Kaido's the strongest. The man who was just defeated. There are people out there that think Blackbeard's the strongest. The man that still needs a third devil for an Eric. There are people out there that think Al-Qayyum the strongest. Lava can't even melt two emperors.
He's down bad.
He's so damn bad.
He's so damn bad.
His stock drops every week. So it's just what
I
it
don't know how
is.
people claim W's. It's odd.
Big Mama kind of not dying from this, but you know. There are people out there that think world's strongest swordsman, Mihawk, is the strongest. And there's Zoro fans, and we all know why they think this. We all know, it's obvious, Eric. They're not in it for the Mihawk hype. They're in it for the Zoro agenda, and it has to be stopped. Alright? The worst of all, there are people out there that think I'm the strongest. And every week, we bring 100% genuine, factual information to the table to prove to the people that Shanks is the strongest. And this week's evidence is Shanks is so strong that he can stop volcanoes from erupting with a certain technique he invented called, Eric. What do you think this technique is called? And you should know what this technique is called. It relates to last week, Eric.
What? Grand knocking?
It is called the Grand Knocking. Of course.
Good time knocking. You could go eternal knocking.
Well, the Grand Knocking stopped the planet from exploding. Okay. So the Grand Knocking. Anyway. That is how strong Shanks is. Shanks is strong. Shanks is the God King. Now moving on to the topic of the show. Good old-fashioned baddie predictions, Eric. It's the end of the arc. Quote unquote. Let's talk about some baddies. Well, the main fights are over. I mean, Zoro's not going to get back up and kill Kaido. Surely, Eric. Surely. But anyway, talk about the show.
Never.
Topic of the show, hello?
Odd.
Topic of the show, baddie predictions, Eric. Who do you want to start with?
Let's start with bottom up.
Bottom up. So, first on the list, Chopper.
200.
Doubles. Do you think Chopper finally gets the credit he deserves? Drake saw him. CP0 might have seen him.
He did slap Queen.
So
Maybe
Chopper,
it'll turn into Monster Point bounty.
Monster Point Chopper bounty. Do you think he finally gets the recognition he deserves?
No.
Dude, does he go from 100 to 1 million, Eric? I mean, 1 million is still garbage.
$500.
$500 for Chopper. Alright. I guess next on the list would be Brooke? No, Nami, Eric. Nami.
300.
She's gonna get the credit for the ulti kill, which is gonna piss me off. Do you think she goes from 66 million to 300 million?
300.
That's a massive leap, Eric.
Hey man, Luffy went up a bill.
But that's massive news. That's a maybe beating ulti.
Okay. Hey man.
I'm gonna say it doubles to 120. Alright? Sure. Eric says 300. Which is about Sanji's Zoro's bounty right now.
We'll get to them.
Now, Eric, we got a Brooker.
Didn't do much.
Didn't do jack shit.
Disappointing.
Brooke.
What is he now?
He's 83. What are your thoughts about Brooke, Eric?
Soul King Brook. 320.
320, alright. Frankie. Does Frankie finally go past 100?
450.
450?
General Frankie.
He's already General Frankie in the Vanity Post.
450.
450.
What was Sasaki?
He was
one of the high-
472.
Huh?
472.
Give him
Give Frankie the 500.
500.
Make him equal to Kid right now.
It would be fine. That would be 500.
That's Ace's bounty is 500. You're going to give Frankie
Ace attacking anyone.
You're going to give Frankie...
Ace is the L Master.
You're going to give Frankie a higher bounty than Jinbei.
We'll get to Jinbei. Jinbei's...
But, Eric, Jinbei right now.
Yeah, but that was frozen, you know?
No, it wasn't. It's after the time skip.
It was
300. He joined Big Mom's crew. He fought Al-Qaeda.
450.
He fought Al-Qaeda. He escaped it by down.
450.
450 for Frankie. I think 300 for Frankie.
Okay.
It's a little crazy. Alright. Hey, baby, I hear. Yeah, Eric's gonna get us copyrighted. Alright. All kinds of nonsense. But Frankie, 300. Alright. Then we're gonna move on to, I believe it is Robin. For Black Maria, she was... Where is Robin?
400.
Robin was... Black Maria was 480.
400.
400 for Nico Robin.
Yes.
Demon Child. Luffy, that step closer to the Pirate King. We're gonna have to raise that Robin bounty.
400.
400 for Robin. We're jumping all over the place, Eric. This is an insane crew.
It is a crazy crew.
And the last one we're gonna do is Yamato bounty predictions.
Of course. I expected as much.
Alright, that's the last one. Alright. Now, I believe next would be Usopp? Yes, Usopp 200 mil. It's a main bounty right now. Got Usopp.
300.
He goes up. Okay. So, less than Robin.
Yes.
So he went from the quite high to quite low.
He didn't do anything.
Here's what I think Oda's actually going to do. The Straw Hats that aren't the commanders are going to get 100 bump.
Okay.
He's going to go 100. Well, there you go. Alright, from Heavy to 50. Patsy is the best host. Well, you know, she's tired
all
right
sleepy now.
Right? But, yeah. So, Usopp has done nothing, dude. But he's going to get credit. We have to imagine
He's a part of the raid.
You have to imagine Big News is going to gas up the Straw Hats. You have to imagine that.
CP Bad's got a report.
Monkey Deezers. We'll get to Monkey Deezers, Eric. But first, we're going to have to go to Zolo. King's Bad. What's King's Bad, Eric?
1.1.
1.38 billion. You got to put Zoro over $1 billion. You got to do it.
Straight Billy.
A fresh bill
Yeah.
for Zoro.
clean
Power
belly.
Hunter Zoro. Now, does his epithet change
No.
to King of Hell Zoro?
How is how does that even happen?
I don't. How did he?
Does he write it? Does he give a message to Brand New?
How did Sanji get black like Sanji? It just happened.
That was just the thing.
Yeah. King of Hell Zoro.
1 billy.
Alright. Sanji. 999?
850.
What about 999? And Zoro's one high and it's a meme.
850.
The reverse meme, Eric. The reverse meme.
850.
I think it's just triple nines.
Okay.
Because Sanji always has to get memed.
Will there be
with his gang.
66? Do you remember 66 in the? Will there be a 66 somewhere?
So he goes just to 6666666.
No, it'd be 850 and 66 berry.
What? Alright. But it's gonna be lower to Zoro's because of the meme has to continue.
Yes.
It's gonna get memed in some way. Sanji always gets memed. We're gonna continue tradition. Alright. We'll be back. Alright, we're back. Alright.
Where are we at?
We're
Sanji?
talking about Sanji. Talking about Sanji.
850.
850. I think it's gonna be 99, but whatever. Alright. Sanji, there you go. Now, we'll save Luffy for last. We're gonna go over to Kid. 470 right now. He's gonna get credit for Big Mom, which is, we don't like it, but it is what it is.
1.3.
He doesn't go to 1.5.
No. It doesn't go to 1.5. That would make him the 6th out pro, wouldn't it?
He apparently he's in contention, Eric.
No.
1.3. Less
1.3.
than Kid. Less than King.
Because law.
I know you like Law more, but
Law's gonna get the source.
is Law going to get credit for the mastermind plays from just Rosa, from Punk Hazard? He's going to get the mastermind play from Big News.
Perhaps.
So, Law is currently 500.
1.5.
1.5 for Law. So you think Kid gets frauded by Law when the bounties come out? Yeah. What do you think?
1.5 for law, 1.3 for kid.
Okay.
Even if we see their bounties, I don't know why we'd see them, but
We'll see them. We'll definitely see them.
sure.
We'll get a whole chapter about bounties.
Okay.
And now,
Monkey
Monkey Dazes. Currently 1.5. Big News is gonna gas. It can't be higher than Shanks. I'm not gonna accept it.
We're talking 3.5. We're talking 4.
3.9.
3.9.
He's gonna solidify himself as an emperor.
Blackbeard ain't done shit.
It's gonna be higher than Blackbeard's. But Blackbeard's doing some Alabasta nonsense right now.
Right.
So maybe it'll go up. But Blackbeard, this is better than Blackbeard's ever done. Blackbeard's fucked around with Marco. He's done nothing.
Right.
Luffy, taking out Kano. That's gonna be big news. So you think? I think it's gonna be 3 point. It has to be something fucking crazy. Alright? 3.9. It can't be higher than Shanks. It can't be higher than Shanks. I won't accept it.
No, we can't.
I won't accept it. Alright? Not yet. End of series, it's gonna surpass Roger's bounty. The 6 million berry man. Gonna surpass Dragon's bounty. Whatever the fuck that is. Alright? Luffy's gonna surpass all the bounties. We know this. But not now. Not yet. He can't beat Shanks and have a higher bounty. Alright? We can't have that happen.
No.
Alright, so there you go. Eric, we forgot Jinbei. How could we forget Jinbei?
What do we think? Like 800?
I think 800 fair for Jinbei. He didn't fight anyone that impressive. Who's who? So yeah.
Yamato?
Yamato, fresh bounty. Now, does that come into play? The fresh bounty. No daughter of Kaido. Joins the Straw Hats. We know how the Navy feel. We know how the Navy feel about Shanks' daughter.
We know how the Navy feel about blood.
Exactly.
Is she higher than Zoro?
Nah. You can't do that to the Zoro. You can't do that to the Zoro fans, Eric.
Is she higher than Sanji?
Sanji has to get memed in some way, so that might be possible.
900?
I can't imagine anything less than $1 billion for this individual, this specimen.
Right.
I can't imagine it. But yeah. I think it'll be around $1 billion. And that's the bounties, Eric. Big numbers for the Straw Hats.
Yes.
Kid and Law, also big boost. Yamato's going to make a massive entrance on the scene.
Okay.
Brand New's not going to know what to do. He's got a lot of work to do, Eric. Reshuffling the bounties. There you go. And there's the bounties, Eric. Now moving on to the Thunderdome.
Who we got?
We have the Thunderdome. You can submit your submissions to the Thunderdome if you're a patron. And what is the Thunderdome? 1v1 matchups in a tier list that we have decided long ago in a distant time.
Power's gonna come back shortly.
Power's gonna come back shortly. But we have, from Jekko, we have Kuro, the Pussyfoot Genius, versus Wapple, the Meme Lord. What do we think? Can Wapple outplay the Pussyfoot technique?
I want to say Wapple.
Why is this? Defensive?
Eat him up. I don't know if Kuro...
Speed, Eric.
Syrup Village versus Grand Line.
That is true. That is a factor.
He's a Grand Line villain.
Fucking Wapple. How far? Wapple never gets a hit on anyone.
He didn't die from Luffy's bazooka.
He's the tanky. He's very tanky. That is true. Did Luffy take out Kuro headbutt?
I believe so.
Yeah. Just on defensive feats alone.
He's got cannons. What does that do for you?
I don't know. Kuro's speed, Eric.
Is Wapple made out of metal or is it just his jaw? What's going
Well,
on?
his jaw is seemingly made, but he can take a bazooka, so I think he can take a few slashes.
You want to give it to Wapple?
We'll give it to Wapple.
Grand Line Man?
Grand Line Man. No, I think we give it to... He did bail from Blackbeard, though. He did...
Where's his new kingdom? That in the Grand Line or the New World?
I think it's the Grand Line. The Evil Kingdom. There you go.
Okay.
Bill knows that. But
Industrial Man now.
yeah. There you go. Moving on. Questions.
Question corner.
Question corner. You submit your questions in the community tab, on the video, in the Discord. Submit your questions there. From Mont. What are your thoughts on let's not open the borders BS? We've been talking about this a lot, man. Clearly indicates some other plot element.
Thing happening, yes.
Yeah. From Silvers, where is Carrot? Who cares?
Doesn't matter.
Carrot completely irrelevant in Wano.
Yeah.
According to the anime, it gets absolutely bodied by Perospero in Sulong.
Perispero's a specimen.
He's definitely a specimen, alright? From Redhead Heavy. Are we getting carrot porn in 1020? I'm assuming that's because of the preview where Perospero drips that candy in that mouth. It's suggestive.
Odd.
That's what Perospero does. As we know. There you go. From Younger Obama. Do you guys think the anime might give the Straw Hats at least one episode of their 1v1s, or am I hoping too much?
They'll stretch it out.
I think it's possible.
Yeah.
One episode per Straw Hat. It's very possible. From Jekko. Are we getting a twist on who is the new Shogun of Wano? No.
Probably not.
It's probably just gonna be Momonosuke.
Yeah.
I doubt Denjiro's gonna be like, "It's me," and then slaughters everyone.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some sort of crazy twist. I was the mastermind the whole time.
Shit.
I doubt it. Some Aizen level crazy twist. But there you go. From that, will Yamato be like Carrot, where she had her arc to shine and then be left on the wayside after? No, she joined the crew. That's my opinion. From Michael J. Do you think that a lot of conflict in the community during Wano has been because it has been so difficult to predict the direction the story will head? Has it? Not really. It's been pretty... Like, you know, we know certain things have to happen, like the fights and whatnot. I just think, like, people want certain things to happen. You know, you got headcanons like ZKK, which never would happen.
Looking forward to taking my victory lap.
And rate failing, which got less likely when Act 3 started. But you know, there's a lot of factions this arc.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very strange. From Swan, this is going to be a long theory, but here we go. Basically, I read this alright. So basically, he's talking about Kizaru is the leader of Sword, not Kuzan. Why? Because Kizaru's always acted sus as fuck. Alright? Goes to Shibandi, ordered to capture the Supernova. Does not do that.
Doesn't capture any of them.
Doesn't get Straw Hat. Kind of memes around with Rayleigh. Then we go to Marineford. Spams lasers at Law's ship.
Missed.
Missed every shot.
Right.
Alright? And then we go to Wano, Eric. Where he goes, let me go. Let me suss shit out. Because my men are in the field right now. Is Kizaru the leader of Sword? Now this man goes on to say that, I don't know if this is canon, but apparently he was trained by Sengoku. He's like, it's Sengoku's protege. Where like, Sengoku's the leader of all these secret operations.
Turns out Kizaru's a good guy. It's crazy.
Yeah, so...
I think it's heavily implied that Kuzan is the guy.
Yeah.
And he's working undercover.
Yeah. But that's his theory. So, his theory is Kizaru is the leader
Even
of
the
Sword.
girls say meme out here and they're like, oh, Kuzan joined Blackbeard. What do you think about that?
Yeah.
Unless it's like a mind game, so the girls say.
But Gorosei always doing crazy shit.
Okay.
But yeah, that's his theory.
Although, did the Gorosei probably aren't privy to Sword? If it's a good guy secret organization.
Well, I think they're trying to go above
Okay.
the Gorosei. But there you go. From Chris D. I'm thinking that if Big Mom and Kano didn't end up blasting towards the Marine ships and captured, because I highly doubt they're dead. Yeah, no one's buying that they're dead. Then I'm guessing they will return as antagonists as part of the final war. Eric's theory. And it'll be a three-way battle between Marines on one side, Straw Hat and Supernova team up, all those characters, and with Red. Basically, the Luffy mega power system of Shanks, Luffy, Dragon, and all others. And then the evil pirates with Big Mom, Kaido, Blackbeard.
Navy got no shot in that situation. So...
Yeah, it's going to be crazy. All right.
Now, if the Navy join up with the evil pirates, then we're cooking. That's a fair fight.
All right. There you go. Rumlia, since Oda is going to wrap up Wano from this point, what would you like to see for the rest of the arc? We need more Dobbs. We need
Crazy
bonding
shit. We
glyphs.
need Shanks.
We need
bounties.
Just
This is
need
when One Piece pops off, Christian.
the
So
crazy
get
end
ready.
of arc, not craziness.
Right.
So get ready for that. All right. From Brett, would you have liked to see Luffy break his Kaido's mace to symbolize the end of Kaido's oppression? Yeah, it would have been cool, but he broke his horn, I guess. But whatever. From Yogita. Alright. basically he's breaking down the acts, and he thinks that Act 3 ends at 10:57. Bro. 10:50, bro. 7 more chapters in Act 3 for what? Okay.
Don't know.
Act 4, 30 chapters. Act 5, 15 chapters. Making Wano 200 chapters. I doubt it. I highly doubt that's possible at this point.
No.
I highly doubt that. But, there you go. From, Adan. Do you think that you guys can explore the thoughts of Mihawk being a vampire? I just think it's more vampire imagery.
Him being a vampire, so to be a mythical Zoan, would give him more defense. You'd have to talk about sunlight. He's been in sunlight, so that doesn't count.
Well, he's always wearing the hat, Eric.
Sure. Blood abilities, are we talking about traditional? Does he have fire abilities? Can he turn into a bat?
I think Mihawk has definitely Dracula imagery / energy, but I think it just ends there.
Right.
If this man has a devil fruit, then his greatest swordsman title comes into question, brings up a whole
He
bunch
could
of
fly if he
nonsense.
was a bat.
Yeah, it'd be weird.
Does he have a demon mode?
Nah. No. I'm gonna say no. From Shinro Neko.
If anything, it would have to be a bat mythical zone.
Yes, or just a vampire bat fruit, which is already in a game.
Yeah.
But whatever.
And they traditionally have poor eyesight, Christian, if you didn't know.
He is known as the clairvoyant with great eyesight. Because he's a hawk.
Right.
He's to be hawk. Alright, he's based off a hawk, but, you know.
He's not me bat.
No, he's not me bad. From Shinro Neko. In a what-if scenario, if Luffy's current army, including everyone who helped defeat Kaido now in a war, would have pulled up at Marineford, is Luffy winning and rescuing Ace? The Scarabits, a lot of them are powerful. They take care of them fucking
Not
by
quite.
animals. Zoro?
Are we talking about post-war or are we talking about when we started the raid? Because it's a different thing.
I think we're talking about right now.
Right now.
Luffy's current army.
Jinbei, Yamato, Fujitora.
Surely you get
Zoro, Sanji, Kizaru.
Okay. Luffy, Akainu.
Luffy, Akainu. Who's taking Grimble?
Fucking Green Ball, man. I don't know.
The 9 Scabbards?
I think we're just off that scenario. I think we're close to it, we're not quite.
Yeah, I don't back Zoro and Sanji to take an Emperor by themselves yet.
Take an Admiral
Right.
by themselves yet. The Red Commander.
Although
first
Luffy
commander
could
level.
sink Marineford.
Yeah, but
So,
Luffy's definitely on that Admiral level right now.
would they just rescue Ace via tech? Not necessarily defeat all the
Well,
animals.
Luffy already rescued Ace via tech.
Yeah.
So,
I think they wouldn't defeat the Navy, but they'd rescue Ace. Let's put it that way. I think they'd rescue Ace. Unless Ace was a fuckwit again.
yeah, if Ace fucks it up again.
But Luffy would be able to stop Alkino in some way
Because
now.
technically, Luffy already saved Ace, and then Ace killed himself. So,
Right.
yeah, but, you know. That's an R. From Slydark. Batty predictions, well, we already did that. So there you go.
Yes.
From Kennedy. Hello, gents. First off, Shanks is God King. Correct, alright? Rapid fire questions. Thought on the meltdown of the ZKK bots. They're stupid, who cares? Alright? Thoughts on Twitter user Sigma. Is it one of yours or Eric's burner accounts.
No.
I don't know who Sigma is.
So it's a Shanks fan account.
Shanks fan account?
Hey, he does good work, even though he's saying that Hunter x Hunter's better than One Piece. So,
Instant title strip.
I said disappointing.
Yeah.
Shanks isn't in Hunter x Hunter, is he?
No.
That's what I thought.
3. Carter getting up again on world government becoming new threats in the next 2 chapters. Yeah, there's a possibility of that. Not a great possibility, but I'm not ready to rule it out just because of the weird shit in this chapter.
Yes.
From Lifted Marco, will Big Mom make a magma homie to future show us how useless Al-Qaeda is? Hilarious. If that happens, we'll love to see it, but who knows? From Kaz, is the volcano erupting going to shoot out Big Mom Carter? Probably, I assume so. That's what we think.
Yes.
From Dink, what have you done to our Morge? Morge did it to himself, man.
Is he down bad yet?
No, he said this is going according to plan.
I think he's starting to feel the walls cave in a little bit.
He said he's waiting for 51 for this. That's what he said.
I think you can see the walls crumbling in Rome, Christian.
Yeah.
The barbarians are outside the gates.
They're going to smack down those gates soon. And the final question comes in from Harvested Berry. All the people who defended the Oda said Luffy wouldn't beat Kaido with a big punch. Criticism with the counter argument that, well, what is Luffy supposed to do? Baffles me. They're basically admitting that Oda is not creative enough to come up with an alternative method to beat Kaido, or that he was too lazy to do it.
I think it's an unfair quote because Luffy didn't defeat Kaido with a big punch. He had Rio, he had Conquerors.
Also, the eruption apparently defeated him.
Also, it's like,
to the
that was in
narrator.
context of how Oda didn't know Luffy was going to beat Kaido.
Also,
So, he came up with reasons as to why he could
the
damage
ending
him.
is fine. Why are we acting like the ending is like some sort of crazy
The fight was good.
Like, the ending is fine. Why are we acting like it's some crazy ass pull and it's the worst thing ever written?
No one is saying that. They're just memeing. I think they're just memeing. I don't think anyone's mad.
It's meh. It's fine. Alright? Why are we acting like it's the end of One Piece?
In a couple of years when we got the supercard of the fight, it'll be goated.
Yeah. But anyway, that is the final question. That is the final episode.
I hope they cut it that gately.
We'll see. But there you go, and there's the episode. Subscribe to the channel.
Yes.
Like the video.
Share.
Share. Go watch the Brago episode, where me and Eric talk to Brago.
On the breakdown channel.
About
Chapter
One Piece.
breakdown. Anyway. Next week, hopefully something massive happens.
Should be a massive chapter regardless of what happens.
Okay.
Right? So, Shanks is the strongest. Shanks is the God King.
Good night.